So the Cahokia Quarterback Club took a knee during the national anthem, and I want you to hear why this football club took a knee. And I was so impressed with those little boys that are 8 and under on this football team and how aware they are in the country they're living in and also with social issues involving the black community.
All 25 8U Cahokia Quarterback Club football members took a knee during the playing of the national anthem. It happened in Belleville at Little Devils Field. Coach Orlando Gooden did a phone interview with me today to explain why.
One of the kids asked me, did I see them protesting and rioting in St. Louis? And I said, yes. I said, do you know why they're doing it?
Coach says his player responded, because black people are getting killed and nobody's going to jail.
I felt like it was a good teaching moment for me to circle the team up and have a brief meeting.
Gooden, who played football at Mizzou, says the kids knew about the Jason Stockley not guilty decision, so he spoke to them about that and other situations in our country. Then he explained why former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick started kneeling during the anthem.
One of the kids asked, can we do that? Those are his words. And I said, as long as we know why we're doing it, I don't have a problem with kneeling.
When the anthem started, the Cahokia third graders immediately took a knee where they were standing. Their backs were away from the flag, but not on purpose, according to Gooden.
What I teach my kids is love, integrity, honesty, fairness, the respectability of boundaries.
I spoke to residents today like Dominic Edwards, who says he doesn't see an issue with the team kneeling as long as all the parents agree. And that's what was important to Gooden.
As long as I have the support of my parents and my team, I'm perfectly fine. I'm covered under the First Amendment to peacefully protest and assemble.
Before we get started with the commentary, I want to reach out to our supporters and viewers to support us on Patreon for a minimum of $2 or $5 per month. We're trying to get to our goal of 3,000 patrons, and the people on Patreon have helped us keep the show going in the midst of all the demonetization YouTube has done to all of our channels here on YouTube. So I definitely appreciate all of them for supporting us, and we have to continue to control our own narratives, and only support can do that, because they will not support putting out our own narratives here on the airwaves. Now, this football club and these little boys, I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy. My heart was just smiling all the way through this when I saw this. These little boys recognize that black people are being killed and no one's going to jail. They recognize Colin Kaepernick and what he was doing when he took a knee. You see, when Colin Kaepernick took a knee, a lot of people, black people, didn't fully understand what he was doing. He explained it. They got it. When Colin Kaepernick took that knee, it started a conversation about the Star-Spangled Banner. Then, as we found out about the Star-Spangled Banner, the third stanza would speak about killing black people. We had to say, you know what? No, no, no. We will never sing that song again. Black community said, F Francis Scott Key and F that song, period. We're not singing that. So they got more upset at Colin Kaepernick, but yet incidents kept happening to prove Colin Kaepernick right about the extrajudicial killings police officers do to black people. Even this year, Michael Bennett, we just reported on from the Seattle Seahawks, had a gun put to his head. More and more black men are sitting down for the national anthem or taking knees. There is a boycott going on right now in the NFL to not watch it. I haven't watched a down. I refuse to watch a down of the NFL because they let me know they're nothing but a bunch of white supremacist owners, and they want to treat black men like boys. So forget them. Let's hurt them in the money. Let's not watch. It's also hurting the NFL because those who agree with racism that want to watch the games are pissed off at watching all these black men not stand up for a flag. So these little boys are just following suit. And I'm seeing it's catching on more and more and more. As I looked at some of the protests going on in St. Louis, I seen them burning the flag. Now, I haven't really seen black people do that too much, but now they're starting to do that. And they're angry. Oh, they're pissed off. First, they use the lie. Oh, that's going to piss off veterans, and veterans care about that. And then a lot of veterans come out like, no, we fought for freedom of speech, and if they want to do it, they can. That's what it's about. So they had to shut that lie down. So now they just out with it because they're pissed off for one reason. Because I had to figure out why they so upset about this flag and this Pledge of Allegiance. What is that about? Then I had to think about when I was in school. And you think about when you was in school. Every morning, you had to stand up and do a Pledge of Allegiance to a flag, put your hand on your heart every morning. So you had to think, why was it necessary to do that? That didn't have anything to do with you learning math, English, social studies, science, or any other subject. Why that? And then I thought the psychological aspect. We have to remember the American school system is about indoctrination into white supremacy. It's about the miseducation of the people so they can be controlled. And when I say people, I'm not saying black people. I mean all people, because they cherry pick history. They don't tell them the right thing. They don't teach our kids to become entrepreneurs. They teach them to become workers for corporations. So in this miseducation system, it's a lot of psychological damage going on. You have racist teachers in these schools as well. You have them using all kind of tricks to put a bridle in the minds of people. So they're upset because they're already indoctrinated. And also when black people are taking a stand and saying, forget that flag, you are taking back control. Because they were the one that told you to stand up for that flag. That wasn't your call. It was their call. So they're upset because they are losing control, and they don't like that. Any kind of control that they're losing, you're going to see them react that way. So they say, you know what, let's make Colin Kaepernick an example. But all you did was make it worse by striking Colin Kaepernick the way you did. Now you're losing ratings from the people that is supporting Colin Kaepernick, and you're losing ratings from people that support your white supremacist antics. And I love every minute of it. And any black person that's watching the NFL, I hope a race soldier stop you too, because you need to experience what Kaepernick is saying. Because obviously you don't get it. You want to support an entity that don't care about you getting gunned down in the middle of the doggone street with not even a trial. They can just kill you and get away with it. They can get a GoFundMe or just go to another police department. So I definitely support these children doing this. I would support my children doing the same thing. I wish they would tell my kid they had to stand up if they didn't want to stand up for no flag. Oh, trust me, y'all know about it real quick. But black people continue to sit down, continue to sit down. Don't stand up for a thing. If you want to pledge to something, like that young brother said, pledge to God, pledge to your family, and I would add, pledge to your community. Those three things. If it's not those three things you're pledging to, you don't pledge to nothing else. We look like we're going to pledge to a flag that's soaked in our blood all the way around. We supposed to pledge to that? You know, we talk about the Confederate flag and we need to remove the Confederate flag. Well, a lot of the killing to black people happened underneath that same American flag. So if we really going to start talking about flags, you need to talk about that one too. Not just the Confederate flag. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Share the video, like the commentary, and subscribe for my news stories.